Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. It's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. He fights him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack on first down, Mayfield. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game of their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Hardman on the return. So holding there on the return, and that'll... back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Cousins now. Brown has the first down and much more. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marquise Brown, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Saints are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Mayfield down. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Ndamukong Suh, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. He will find his man Chase complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 116 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Sammy Watkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
How about the throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Play fake, Cousins. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
They'll run with Mostert.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Raheem Mostert.
His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions, in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now, because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's Barkley on the counter. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line. So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This one goes out wide for Barkley. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on. And so that's why those stronger kickers nowadays are going to pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it. That's what you're looking for.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins. Brown has the 1st down and much more. Touchdown, New Orleans. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal. And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? They run with Barkley on 1st down, and he gets about 5 out of it. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gain 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Mayfield. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he is going to have the Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down. Here's Mayfield. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie Asante Samuel.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And that'll be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Cousins.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Give him the completion. No gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because
the Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down and 8. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here's Hardman to return. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Cousins throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. To throw, Cousins. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Meanwhile, Cousins throw into the hands here of Hardman. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line. A good pickup there of 22. On play action, Cousins. That's swung out to Mostert. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 more there and another 1st down. Back to the running game with Mostert. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Throwing is Cousins. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped it pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
That's complete right around the 8. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Throwing, Cousins. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Saquon Barkley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
Well, they were going for the big strike right there, but this just terrific coverage by the defense in the end zone.
And what helps being a safety in this spot is the back line of the end zone. Defensive back coaches always preach. That's an extra defender because you know that they can only run so far. They can't run past you out of the back of the end zone. Then you know you can't be beat over the top and gives you a chance to go make a play.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw it is Cousins. Got a man. It's Brown. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Green's first catch of the game, good for a first down. Now Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Green. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Bucs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. First target, first catch, and a first down. Throwing, Mayfield. Pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Max Crosby make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 12. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
53 yards on the ground for him so far.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 9 yards that time. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
So this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any time.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now. Mayfield's throw taken in by Green here.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. First down, Mayfield. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10-yard pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. And Ndamukong Suh make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. To try again after the sack. Mayfield, he dumps it off to Barkley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
To throw, Mayfield. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. That catch good for only a couple. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Play fake. Mayfield. Wide open receiver, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after.